After we see several categories, it's time for the Game of the Year video. Start with Indie Game. Let's see what game that come on the list. 21th place we got Pal World. This is an open-world survival game that draws inspiration from Pokemon, featuring adorable creatures known as pals. Players start by creating their character and entering a vast, procedurally generated world filled with these pals. The game revolves around exploring this world, gathering resources, crafting items, and building shelters to survive. Players can also catch and train pals to help them in battles and complete various tasks. Combat in Pal World is action-packed and strategic, with players engaging in real-time battles using their pals. The game also includes a multiplayer mode, allowing players to team up with friends and tackle challenges together. In number 20 is 1000x Resist. The game takes place in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity has been nearly wiped out by an alien invasion. The survivors live underground in a bunker called the Orchard, led by a clone of the last human survivor, known as the All-Mother. In the game, you play as Watcher, a clone tasked with reliving and interpreting the memories of the All-Mother through a process called communion. As you explore these memories, you uncover secrets about the past and the true nature of the All-Mother. In number 19 is Crypt Custodian. You play as Pluto, a mischievous cat who has died and is sentenced to be the Afterworld's janitor forever. After a disastrous meeting with the Afterlife Guardian, Pluto is banished from the palace and must explore the vast grounds surrounding it. The game involves battling beasts with a trusty broom, solving puzzles, discovering secrets, and gaining new abilities to expand your map. Throughout the game, you'll meet and befriend other doomed ghosts who live outside the palace. You can learn about their deaths and what caused their eternal banishment. In number 18 is Crow Country. The game is inspired by classic PlayStation 1 horror titles like Resident Evil and Silent Hill. Players take on the role of Mara Forrest, a special agent investigating the mysterious disappearance of the park's founder, Edward Crow, and the strange occurrences within the park. The gameplay involves exploring the eerie park, solving puzzles, and battling against zombie-like creatures known as guests. Players can choose between two modes: survival, which includes combat and enemies, or exploration, which focuses on puzzle solving without the threat of enemies. The game features a variety of weapons, including a handgun, shotgun, and flamethrower, and players must manage limited health and resources while uncovering the dark secrets of Crow Country. Tactical Breach Wizards will come in 17th place. In this game, you lead a team of renegade wizards in Kevlar through a series of humorous and thrilling missions to uncover a modern conspiracy plot. Each wizard has unique spells and abilities, and you can combine them in creative ways to overcome challenges. The game features a wine mechanic, allowing you to undo actions and try different strategies until you succeed. The missions involve breaching doors and engaging in tactical combat, with optional objectives that can boost your team's confidence and unlock special outfits. Next in number 16 is Minishoot Adventures. In this game, you take on the role of a daring pilot on a mission to rescue your friends and restore peace to the land. The game beautifully combines open-world exploration with twin-stick shooter action. You'll fly through a charming, handcrafted world filled with lush caverns, ancient temples, and sunken cities, each brimming with secrets and challenges. The combat mechanics are fast-paced and satisfying, allowing you to take control of a nimble spaceship and engage in intense battles against waves of enemies and formidable bosses. As you progress, you'll unlock new paths and shortcuts, gradually revealing the full extent of the world's rich tapestry. In 15th place, we got Raven's Watch. Players can choose from 6 unique characters, each inspired by twisted versions of fairy tale heroes like Little Red Riding Hood and the Snow Queen. Players can either embark on this adventure solo or team up with up to 4 friends online to explore randomly generated levels filled with various enemies and quests. The gameplay revolves around collecting dream shards to purchase power-ups and magical objects, as well as leveling up abilities with upgrades. Each run offers different enemies, quests, and stories, making the game highly replayable and challenging.
Also has a dash, 3 different attacks, and 1 defensive ability.
14th place will belong to Crime Scene Cleaner. In this game, you play as a single father who turns to cleaning crime scenes for money. The game is set in a gritty atmospheric world where you must use various cleaning tools like mops, sponges, power washers, and odor eliminators to clean up blood, pack up bodies, and remove odors before the police arrive. The gameplay involves racing against the clock to complete each cleaning job while avoiding detection by the authorities. You can also find valuable items left behind at crime scenes to boost your earnings. With each mission, you work to save enough money to pay for your daughter's medical expenses. In number 13 is Mouthwashing. The game is set in the eerie, empty reaches of space, where the 5 crew members of the freighter spaceship Tulper are stranded after a mysterious crash. The crew, including the severely maimed and mute Captain Curly, must navigate their dwindling supplies and mounting tensions as they try to survive. The gameplay primarily involves exploring the ship, engaging in dialogue with the crew, and solving puzzles using items found on the ship. The narrative is non-linear, with scenes playing out from different crew members' perspectives, including Captain Curly before the crash and co-pilot Jimmy after the crash. Little Kitty Big City will come in number 12. It's an adventure game where players control a black domestic cat that has fallen into a large Japanese city and must find its way back home. The gameplay revolves around navigating the city's various environments, interacting with other animals and humans, and completing tasks to progress. Players need to collect fish scattered around the city to regain stamina for the climb back up. In addition to the main objective, players can engage in typical cat behaviors such as catching birds, jumping into boxes and trash cans, stealing items, and dressing up in various hats. In number 11 is Buckshot Roulette. Buckshot Roulette is a tabletop horror game that reimagines the classic game of Russian roulette. Instead of a revolver, players use a 12-gauge pump-action shotgun, adding a fresh twist to the deadly game of chance. The game is set in a haunted underground nightclub where players gather around a table with a foreboding, cursed cylinder. In gameplay, players take on the roles of characters with unique backstories and must navigate through a series of supernatural trials by drawing cards and making strategic decisions. The cursed cylinder spins, and players face the unknown as they form alliances and confront horrors together. In 10th place is Web Fishing. It's a multiplayer online casual fishing game that emphasizes relaxation, social interaction, and fishing. Players can catch nearly 100 different aquatic creatures, from tiny snails to giant sharks, and complete their interactive fishing journal. The game offers various customization options for gear and personal avatars, allowing players to express their unique styles. The social aspect of web fishing is a standout feature, with a campsite where players can hang out, make friends, and participate in fishing tournaments. The game also includes a playful sandbox environment with activities like playing real guitar, drawing with chalk, and even playfully punching friends. In 9th place, we got Windblown. Players take on the role of a leaper, defending the Ark from a super angry vortex. The game features procedurally generated sky islands, where players collect the memories of fallen warriors to unleash powerful abilities. The gameplay revolves around dashing, dodging, and using the wind to navigate through challenging levels. Players can absorb the powers of fallen warriors, rebuild their weapons, and face off against sentinels in search of the perfect run. The wind mechanics are seamlessly integrated into the game, allowing players to glide across wide canyons or summon powerful gusts to reach new heights. Come in 8th place, we got UFO 50. The game is an eclectic collection of 50 single and multiplayer games. This compilation spans a variety of genres, including platformers, shoot-'em-ups, puzzle games, roguelites, and RPGs. The games are designed to evoke the nostalgic 8-bit aesthetic of the 80s while incorporating modern game design elements. The collection presents itself as a compilation by a fictional 80s video game company called UFO Soft, with each game offering a unique experience. Players can jump in and out of games at their leisure, exploring a mix of short arcade-style games and larger adventures. In number 7 is Nine Souls. The game features Sekiro-inspired deflection-focused combat, where players take on the role of E, a vengeful hero on a quest to defeat the 9 formidable rulers known as the Souls. The game blends cyberpunk elements with Taoism and Far Eastern mythology, creating a unique Taopunk setting. The gameplay revolves around mastering the art of deflection to counter enemies' attacks and progressing through the forsaken realm of New Kunlun. Players explore various environments, uncovering the mysteries of an ancient alien race and the fate of mankind. In number 6 is Pacific Drive. Players navigate the Olympic Exclusion Zone, a mysterious and dangerous area filled with supernatural anomalies and remnants of a secretive research organization. The game emphasizes resource scavenging, car customization, and survival as players drive their trusty station wagon through treacherous landscapes. The core gameplay involves restoring and upgrading your car from an abandoned garage that serves as your home base. You'll gather resources, craft new equipment, and experiment with different mods and car parts to tackle the many life-threatening dangers in the zone. In 5th place, we got Neva. Neva follows the story of Alba, a young woman who forms a deep bond with a wolf cub named Neva after a traumatic encounter with dark forces. The gameplay of Neva is a mix of puzzle platforming and combat. Players control Alba, who can call Neva to help solve environmental puzzles and combat creatures of the darkness. Alba is equipped with a sword and has basic combat moves like horizontal and vertical slashes, along with the ability to jump, double jump, and dodge attacks. As the game progresses, Neva grows from a cub to an adult, assisting Alba in both combat and traversal. In number 4, we got Tiny Glade. Tiny Glade is a cozy, sandbox city-building game. It offers a relaxing and meditative experience where players can create whimsical castles, cozy cottages, and romantic ruins in a serene, gridless environment. The game emphasizes free-form creativity without any management, combat, or specific goals. Players can simply kick back, doodle their creations, and watch as the game adds procedural details like ivy, sheep, and fireflies to bring their dioramas to life. You can draw paths, raise buildings, and see the game automatically adjust to support your designs with columns and beams. In number 3 is Hades 2. It's serving as a direct sequel to the critically acclaimed Hades. Players take on the role of Milanoe, the princess of the underworld and sister to Zagreus, as she embarks on a perilous journey to rescue her father Zeus and defeat the Titan Kronos. The game features a rich narrative woven through intense combat and exploration, with each run offering new challenges and story developments. The gameplay of Hades 2 builds on the foundation of its predecessor, combining fast-paced hack-and-slash combat with a procedurally generated dungeon system. Players will face a variety of enemies and bosses, each requiring different strategies to overcome.
I call upon the moon.
Winning in Balatro is simple.
Next, I will say sorry first that I will put Balatro in 2nd place. Balatro combines poker card games with the roguelike element. Players will engage in high-stakes poker hands, combining traditional poker cards with unique joker cards to create powerful synergies and combos. The game's roguelike elements mean each playthrough is different, with various jokers and hidden bonus hands to discover, adding to the excitement and unpredictability. The gameplay revolves around building a strong deck by strategically selecting and discarding cards to form winning poker hands. As you progress, you'll face increasingly challenging blinds and must uncover hidden decks and bonus hands to gain an edge.
Then grab a cheeky voucher to lower shop prices and finally use our remaining cash.
And in the first place is Animal Well. In this game, players control a blob-like creature exploring a dense, interconnected labyrinth filled with various animals. The game emphasizes exploration, puzzle solving, and interaction with the environment. Players collect items that can manipulate the environment in unexpected ways, encounter both helpful and ominous creatures, and gradually uncover the labyrinth's many secrets. The gameplay is non-linear, allowing players to explore and collect items in any order they choose. The items collected have multiple uses, and players must use their environment and items cleverly to progress. So that is Game of the Year 2024 for indie games. Do you agree with the list? Or you have your own GOTY? Please let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.
Wolf at night, Beowulf carries a worm that empowers his